Jazzcast Pros.
What if the reason you feel stuck, anxious, or disconnected isn't because you're doing life wrong, but because your inner self is wounded, your energy is blocked, and you have forgotten how to breathe on purpose? Today, we're diving deep into inner healing, chakras, and breathwork. Because sis, it's time to clear what's been holding you back and reclaim your power from the inside out. Welcome to our brand new show, Healing Her Within, the space where we dive deep, rise higher, and walk boldly in our healing journeys. We are here to talk about healing modalities, the practices, tools, and therapies that have helped us reconnect, restore, and rise. You'll hear about the ones that I have personally tried, the ones I'm still exploring, and the ones that have changed lives, including my own. But it's not just my perspective. We are bringing in guest experts, practitioners, and powerful voices who will shed light on different modalities, break down the myths, and share how healing can look and feel different for everyone. So if you have ever been curious about things like acupuncture, energy healing, prayer, breath work, somatic therapy, sound baths, or anything in between, you've come to the right place. This isn't just a podcast, it's your invitation to explore, reflect, and embrace what healing can look like for you. And before we get started, I want to share a little bit about the transition. So after years of powerful conversations, bold truth, and soul-deep moments on Fearless Fridays with Maryann, it's time to close that chapter with gratitude. That podcast was born during a time I needed courage, clarity, and a voice for myself and the women that I am called to serve. And together we created something beautiful and magical. But as we grow, so does the calling. I've done some deep inner work, sat with my spirit, and listened closely. What I heard was clear. It's time to step fully into alignment with my purpose. That means honoring the season I am in and the women I serve now. Those who are ready to go beyond being fearless and step into full embodied healing. So while Fearless Fridays has come to a close, I am beyond excited to welcome you to the next chapter, Healing Her Within. Thank you for walking with me on Fearless Fridays. Now let's rise together in this next pathways, because healing isn't just a journey, it's a lifestyle. First, let's talk about what is inner healing. Inner healing is the process of going within to address the emotional wounds, limiting beliefs, and unprocessed pain that we have carried sometimes for years, sometimes since childhood. It's not about blaming others or fixing what's broken. It's about acknowledging what hurts so you can stop letting it control your life. Inner healing says, I deserve to feel whole, not just to look like I've got it all together. Why is this even important? Because we can't truly thrive when we're walking around with invisible scars. Because your outer life can only grow as much as your inner life is free. Because success, love, peace, they all start from within. When you heal your inner world, your outer world shifts with it, period. So how exactly do we do that? How do our inner selves become wounded? There could be childhood trauma or neglect, unhealthy relationships, even betrayal, never feeling heard or seen or feeling like you're good enough, constantly being told to be strong and to hold it all together, being praised for what you do, not for who you are. We carry these wounds into adulthood and they become people-pleasing, self-sabotage, fear of intimacy, overworking, perfectionism, inability to rest, trust, or receive love fully. Does any of this resonate with you? Does any of this sound familiar? So how does this keep us stuck? Unhealed wounds keep us in survival mode. They whisper things like, don't speak up, you'll be judged. Or don't trust anyone. They're going to end up hurting you. What about you're too much or not enough? Stay small. It's safer. These beliefs become invisible chains. You might be busy, but not fulfilled. You might be functioning, but you are not free. So what happens when we start healing? Oh, get ready. You stop reacting from old wounds and you start responding with wisdom. You start to set boundaries without guilt. You attract aligned people and opportunities. You stop living from fear and you start living from truth. You give yourself permission to dream again and actually believe that it is possible. Because here's the truth. Inner healing is not a one and done. It's a journey, but it's the most powerful and beautiful journey that you'll ever take. Because on the other side of healing is wholeness. And a whole woman, she is unstoppable. And if you want to walk that path with support, that's exactly what I do. Let's heal within so you can rise unapologetically. Today, we are going to be talking about chakras and breathwork. So first, let's talk about chakras. You have probably heard the term before, but let's break it down in everyday words. Chakras are simply energy centers in our bodies. We all have them. Think of them as emotional and spiritual checkpoints. When they're flowing, you feel free, you feel grounded, creative, and in tune. However, when they're blocked, everything feels off. There are 7 main chakras, and we're going to discuss what they do, what they matter, and how they can get stuck. First is the root chakra, and it's located at the base of your spine. The energy is safety, stability, and survival. When this chakra is healthy, you feel grounded, you feel secure, you feel like you belong. However, when it's stuck, you feel fear, anxiety, money stress, feeling lost or disconnected. This chakra gets blocked by trauma, instability, or even childhood insecurity. The second chakra is the sacral chakra, and it's located at the lower abdomen, just below your belly button. The energy are emotions, creativity, pleasure, and sensuality. When it's healthy, you're creative, you're open to joy, you're expressive. However, when it's stuck, you feel shameful, emotional numbness, guilt, and your creativity is blocked. What gets this chakra stuck? It's stuck by shame, unhealthy relationships, or suppressing your desires. The next chakra is the solar plexus. It's located in your stomach area. The energies are confidence, personal power, and self-worth. When it's healthy, you trust yourself, you take action, you set boundaries. However, when this chakra is low or stuck, you lack self-esteem, you doubt yourself, and you feel powerless or stuck. This chakra gets blocked by criticism, rejection, or constantly shrinking yourself for the sake of others. The fourth chakra is the heart chakra. You guessed it, located in the center of your heart. The energy is love, compassion, forgiveness. When it's healthy, you give and receive love freely without fear. When it's stuck, you feel grief, heartbreak, trust issues, and bitterness. And this chakra gets blocked by betrayal, loss, or keeping walls up to protect yourself. The fifth chakra is the throat chakra, located in the throat. The energy is communication, truth, self-expression. When it's healthy, you speak for yourself, you speak up with love and clarity. When it's stuck, your silence, fear of judgment, holding back your voice. And it gets blocked when you've been silenced, dismissed, or told that you are too much. The sixth chakra is the third eye chakra, and it's located in your forehead between the eyebrows. The energy is intuition, clarity, and vision. When it's healthy, you trust your inner voice, you see the big picture. However, when it's stuck, you're filled with confusion, doubt, and you're disconnected from your intuition. This gets blocked by fear of the unknown or constantly second-guessing yourself. The seventh chakra is the crown chakra, located top of the head. The energy is spiritual connection, purpose, higher consciousness. When it's healthy, you feel connected to something greater. You feel aligned. When it's stuck, you lack faith, you feel lost, and you're disconnected from your purpose. This chakra gets blocked when you feel spiritually empty or disconnected from your why. You may be wondering, why does this even matter? And this matters because when one of your chakras is out of alignment, it creates a ripple effect on the other chakras. You may feel drained, stuck, confused, or emotionally heavy, and you're not sure why. So it's important to have your chakras in balance. Balancing your chakras isn't about perfection. It's about coming back to yourself, clearing what's weighing you down, and owning your energy. Your energy is your power, so you have to protect it, align it, and watch how your life is going to shift. Now we're going to move into talking about breathwork. Breathwork is the intentional practice of using your breath to shift your mental, emotional, and physical state. It's not just deep breathing, it's conscious breathing. You're using your breath on purpose to release, to recharge, and to realign. This isn't some woo-woo thing either. Your breath is one of the few tools that you carry with you everywhere, and you don't need permission to use it. Why is breathwork important? Breathwork is important because it's a game changer, especially for women on a healing journey. 1, it calms your nervous system. When life gets chaotic, your body goes into fight or flight mode. Breathwork signals to your body you're safe. That's when healing can actually begin. Number 2, it clears stuck emotions. We store pain, trauma, and stress in our bodies. Breathwork helps to move that stuck energy out without needing to talk about it all or relieving the hurt. Third, it connects you to you. Your breath brings you back into your body, back into the present moment. No overthinking, no performing, just being you. Number 4, it boosts clarity and intuition. When you're breathing deeply and intentionally, the mental fog clears. You hear your inner wisdom louder. And that gut feeling, it becomes easier for you to trust. Number 5, it supports emotional release. Have you ever cried during a breathwork session? You can't help it because it just comes naturally. It's not weird. It's your body letting go of what it's been carrying, and it's probably been carrying it for years. Breathwork is like an emotional detox. When to use breathwork? Before a big decision, to get clear and to get centered, during anxiety or feeling overwhelmed, when you feel emotionally heavy but can't find the words. Also, as part of your daily healing or spiritual practice, to start or end your day with intention. Bottom line, your breath is your reset button. It's a direct path to your peace, to your power, and your presence. And the best part, you don't have to earn it. It's already yours. Thank you so much for tuning in today. And if you have found today's episode of use, please share it with a friend or two who may need this work. We'll see you next week as we tap into 2 other forms of healing modalities. We're going to be talking about acupuncture and massages. Thank you for joining me on another episode of Healing Her Within. I hope today's message spoke to your soul and reminded you just how powerful you are. If you loved this episode, don't keep it to yourself. Share it with a sister who needs it. and leave a review so more women can find their way to healing. And remember, your healing is your responsibility, but you don't have to do it alone. Follow me on social media at Maryann Rivera-Dannert, and be sure to visit MaryannRivera-Dannert.com to access free resources, coaching programs, and learn more about the events at the HealingHer Studio in Rochester, New York. Until next time, keep healing, keep rising, and always honor the woman you're becoming. This is HealingHer Within, and girl, we are just getting started.